Hey guys, what's up? I know that for some of you, Granger is one of your favorite heroes, and honestly, same here. I used to love playing him too, but after all those consecutive nerfs he's received, it feels like he's slowly disappearing from ranked games. I also noticed something about him. You know, I've used Granger so many times before. In fact, he was one of the heroes that helped me climb my rank back then. But now, I kind of don't feel like using him anymore, and here are the reasons why. But before everything else, for those who still don't know me, hi, hello, I'm Daniel, and I play as a jungler and a gold laner. I upload videos almost every day, including tutorials and other Mobile Legends content. To everyone who's been supporting me until now, thank you so much. And to those who are new here or just watching this video for the first time, I really appreciate all of you. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't think twice, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be updated with my new videos. Alright, let's get started. And as you can see, we were actually the ones who secured the first objectives here. Granger is still a decent jungler, but that's only if you have a good roamer and someone who knows how to zone properly. Because the thing is, Granger doesn't really have strong defense, so whenever you're taking objectives, make sure you've got your roamer or Exp Laner backing you up. That extra support makes a huge difference in keeping Granger alive and allowing him to deal consistent damage. And if you're planning to use him, make sure that Hunter Strike is your first item, especially now that his movement speed has been slowed down. Whenever he uses his first skill, that item really helps him move and reposition faster during fights. That's why I started thinking maybe I shouldn't use Granger as a jungler for now. But if we're talking about using him as a gold laner, well, that's a different story. And as you can see, I'm really focused on farming here, because out of all the junglers I've used, Granger is the weakest in the early game. So if you plan on using him, don't rush for kills, or try to chase enemies, especially if you don't have Hunter Strike yet. Also, don't rely too much on his blink or dash, because that ability got nerfed too. Honestly, I don't even know why it feels like the devs are so mad at Granger, they just keep hitting him with nerfs over and over. And if you're like this Xborg here, don't ever make this kind of move. If you really want to take down Granger when you're using Xborg, don't use your ultimate right away. Wait for the right timing. Let him waste his dash first or bait out his skills. Once his mobility is gone, that's when you go for your ultimate. If you cast it too early, Granger can easily dodge it and you'll just end up wasting your best skill. And since the turtle's already up, I positioned myself right away, but you can really notice how Granger isn't that fast at taking the turtle anymore. He's so different compared to before. And right here, their roamer actually tried to use his ultimate on me. I honestly don't even know why he did that, especially when he didn't have any teammates around. It was a wasted play, and it didn't really make sense at all. And since I already have Skypiercer and Hunter Strike, I started playing a bit greedier here, because at this point I finally have the items I need. Unlike earlier, when I barely had any damage, now I can actually take risks and go for more aggressive plays. Once Granger gets his core items, that's when his true damage starts to show. And of course, we finished the game right away. The enemies were actually pretty good too. They played well and gave us a decent challenge. But still, we managed to close it out cleanly in the end. And on my second game, I'm using Granger again, of course. For the sake of the content, it wouldn't make sense if the title says Granger and I'm using Alpha instead, right? But this time, in this second game, I'm sure you guys are really going to enjoy it. I always use this river path to reach the objectives faster. The only problem is that many players don't really understand the importance of this river, especially when they're the ones carrying the game. This river isn't just a shortcut, it's actually a key route for rotations, faster map control, and surprise ganks. Knowing how and when to use it can really make a big difference in every match. I just couldn't secure the objective there because my enemy core was Balmond. When he combines his ultimate with Retribution, it's almost guaranteed that he'll get the objective. That combo is just too strong for securing buffs, turtles, or even the Lord. If you're a newbie and you want to practice how to jungle properly, you can actually try using Balmond too. He's one of the easiest junglers to learn, and he can teach you the basics of timing your Retribution and controlling objectives. Here, you'll see exactly what I mean, just in case some of you still don't believe it. This part of the game clearly shows how strong Balmond's combo really is when it comes to securing objectives. Sometimes you have to experience it yourself to understand how big that advantage is. And right here, I was honestly getting a bit frustrated with Granger's movement speed. Just look at this. My first skill could barely even reach that Diggy. It really shows how much slower he's become compared to before. That small change in movement speed actually affects his whole playstyle, especially when you're trying to chase or reposition during fights. That's why I didn't even bother to contest the turtle here, because I already knew Balmond would get it. With his ultimate and retribution combo, there's just no point in forcing it. Sometimes it's smarter to back off, avoid unnecessary deaths, and just focus on farming or setting up for the next objective instead. Here, they also tried to invade our jungle. I didn't engage too much because my damage wasn't that strong yet, so you can really see how careful I was with my positioning. When you're using Granger early on, it's important to play smart and not rush into fights. Staying in the right position keeps you alive and lets you deal damage safely when the timing is right. And right here, the enemies finally grouped up and rotated to our top lane, and because of that, 2 of my teammates got taken out. It's one of those moments where you realize how fast the enemy can snowball once they start rotating together. But I took my chances here and decided to fight them since the Lord was up and I really needed to make a move. I was also getting annoyed with our gold laner here because look, instead of helping at the top, he went to mid. He didn't even notice that my HP was already low and that I couldn't tank the Lord anymore. But I tried to hit the Lord here because I saw that our roamer was on the way. For all the gold laners out there, you're actually the ones who should be helping with the Lord, since you're the main source of damage. That way your team can secure it faster, especially when the enemy jungler isn't around yet. So I took my blue buff first, then went straight to the top lane because a clash was already happening there. And yeah, if you still want to use Granger, he's fine. He's still fun to play, but if you're not really used to playing jungler, don't use him in that role. Try using him in the gold lane instead. I might even make a video soon about how to use him as a gold laner. And that's it, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and tell me in the comment section if there's anything I forgot to mention. Thanks a lot, and keep grinding.